It's election time. The swinging palm trees in the calm sea defies the red-hot political atmosphere in the seaside state. Goa is bristling this election season as politicians switch parties and political parties cross swords and rallies. Goans watch their every move with skepticism and worry. Yet there is one community in Goa that is waiting eagerly for 14th of February to cast their vote. Transgenders are part of the voter list in Goa this year. 2022 Goa Assembly election is a war that no one wants to lose.
Hello and welcome to India Today. My name is Pankaj Upadhyay and today we have a special bulletin lined up for you from Goa. Goa, as you all know, goes to polls on 14th of February. But before that happens, all the political parties are putting in their might behind these elections. Yes, politics is red hot in the coastal paradise. From Amit Shah to Rahul Gandhi, every party wants Goa.
पीपल फर्स्ट सरकार चाहिए जो केवल और केवल भारतीय जनता पार्टी दे सकती है। कांग्रेस पार्टी आपको सरकार तो दे सकती है, मगर परिवार फर्स्ट सरकार दे सकती है। कांग्रेस पार्टी की सरकार बनती है तो हमने पास्ट में भी देखा है, उनके नेताओं का पर्यटन स्थल गोवा बनेगा।
गोवा की जनता ने कांग्रेस को हमेशा आशीर्वाद दिया है। की बार मैं समझता वो गलती सुधरी जाएगी और कांग्रेस को पूरा बहुमत मिलेगा।
It's time Goans choose who they want to govern them. Political parties are making a beeline to win them over. Party president of the Saffron Brigade went door to door seeking approval. Gandhi Sayan came with a clarion call to claim stake, but Goa remains skeptical. The vote is roughly a week away. In Goa, it looks like a big battle between BJP and Congress. But there are others in the fray. The TMC and the Aam Aadmi Party and the good old regional parties.
ये जो नई पार्टियां, चुनाव की मौसमी पार्टियां, कोई बंगाल से आया है, कोई दिल्ली से आया है, कोई महाराष्ट्र से आया है, ये लोग स्थिर सरकार नहीं दे सकते। उनका मकसद अपने वोट शेयर बढ़ाकर राष्ट्रीय दल का अपना तमगा बचाने का है, गोवा का विकास करना नहीं।
What is BJP doing? It's becoming Congress Janata Party. The defectors are going there and that is how it is coming into being. It's as simple as that.
The animosity between the one in power and the one who won the maximum seat in 2017 but couldn't rule is at high pitch in Goa. Congress with 17 seats lost out to BJP's 13 seats as the Lotus gained more MLAs post-counting and romped home to form the government.
BJP says they are confident enough, confident to the extent that Chief Minister Dr. Pramod Sawant went to the extent of saying that BJP is winning 22 seats this time round. In fact, ex-Chief Minister of Maharashtra Devendra Fadnavis went on to the extent of saying that it's going to be 22 plus. But it is clear, even though the BJP is looking confident, they realize that there could be some opposition, there could be some challenge from the Congress party as well, even though BJP has been saying in every front that the Congress has lost that old touch that it had with the Goan people.
I'm very much confident that इस बार हम 2022 में 22 प्लस सीट के साथ हम चुन के आएंगे, ये मैं दावे के साथ कह सकता हूँ। नरेंद्र मोदी जी की सरकार ने या जिस तरह से इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलपमेंट, ह्यूमन डेवलपमेंट और द पैंडेमिक कार्यकाल में आत्मनिर्भर भारत विच वी हैड कन्वर्टेड इनटू द स्वयंपूर्ण गोवा, तो इस बार फिर से एक बार यानी समृद्धि की ओर जाने के लिए भाजपा को यानी पूर्ण बहुमत गोवावासी दे देंगे।
Beyond the usual high-octane poll rhetoric, people of Goa are watching carefully. They know from past experience what is said in electoral campaign is not what happens in reality. Bureau Report, India Today.
Politics is scarred with frequent defections by politicians. But they say in Goa, if you want to remain relevant in politics, then you need to have power and you need to be with a winning side. This in itself is an indication of how greed and opportunism reigns supreme in Goan politics.
45-year-old Michael Lobo is contesting the Kalangut Assembly seat on a Congress ticket this time. With folded hands, he's promising voters that once elected, he'll frequently visit them and do so for the next 5 years. A common promise, but in Goa, like Lobo, most politicians change colour so often that voters are dejected.
It is after Manohar Parrikar left us and went, his demise. We had a chief minister, but he was actually not a chief minister. He was chief minister only on paper. There was another guy from the Koteri, which BJP has in Goa. We call him the Bandi man. The Bandi man used to run the government.
This businessman politician changed his colour just a month ago.
We consulted everyone in the constituency. We took group meetings. For the last 6 months, we were taking group meetings. We were talking to everyone and asking them, what do we do? Shall we contest independent or join Congress? After consulting all our booth karyakartas, all our workers of BJP, now BJP workers told us to leave the party.
Delilah Lobo is contesting elections from Seolim constituency on Congress ticket. Like her husband, she too was part of the Saffron Brigade not so long ago. But in 2022, the former BJP Pradesh Mahila Morcha Vice President is on the other side of the political spectrum.
The fight is only between BJP and Congress, and the more you all give votes to the other parties, you all are giving chance to for BJP to win. So be there for Congress, and I'm sure this time Congress in Sholi constituency as well as full of Goa will win with a thumping majority.
TMC candidate from Aldona constituency, Kiran Kandolkar, was the working president with the Goa Forward Party till November 2021. He changed his party and constituency this time round. His wife Kavita is standing from his previous constituency, Thivim, on TMC ticket.
जितने भी लोगों ने लास्ट टाइम ये डिफेक्शन किया है या इधर से उधर जंप किए है विदाउट एनी ये लोगों की मैंडेट लेके उस तरफ गए, तो इनको आज जो 12-13 लोग जो है और ये कॉन्टेस्ट कर रहे हैं, इनको अगर लोग घर पे बिठाएंगे ना इस बार, तो आगे जाके कोई नहीं करेगा.
That's nice. But the couple is confident that their hard work in the campaign will win the voters over.
We are not making family raj. We have to stop this family raj for jobs. So I'm therefore not for family raj, but for people's development, constituency's development.
This trend of spouses contesting this election is much talked about in Goa. Most of them, like the Lobos and the Kandolkars, have switched the party loyalty. Atanasio Monserrate, also known as Babush, and his wife Jennifer Monserrate contesting the Panjim and Telegao constituency on BJP ticket were earlier in the Congress. The Deputy Chief Minister Chandrakant Kavlekar of BJP is standing from Koipim constituency, while his wife Savitri is contesting as an independent from Sangam. When she was denied ticket by the BJP, she decided to ditch the party and go on her own. BJP's Vishwajit Rane, contesting from Valpoi, changed his party loyalty right after 2017 election results were announced. His family this time proved to have changed their loyalty en masse from Congress to the Lotus. His wife, Dr. Divya, makes her electoral debut on BJP ticket from Poriam seat. Not just these couples, political defection in Goan politics is a common affair.
The defections have been there in Goa essentially, and it was expected. I mean, I'm sure every political party must have expected this. It's because, many of them, if you look in 2017, 18, 19, 10 congressmen joined in bloc to BJP out of 15. And 2 from MGP joined BJP. So in this entire process, this was essentially expected because this was against the mandate of people.
Staying with the ideology of the party, maintaining loyalty with the party and respecting the mandate given by the people, it seems has taken a back seat in Goan politics. What has taken the front seat is opportunism and greed. And yet, every politician who has changed his party in the recent past maintains brazenly that he has done it only keeping in mind welfare of the people. The fate of the candidates contesting the Goa Assembly elections will be sealed on 14th February. Till then, the voters this time are keeping a close eye on all the contestants. Bureau Report, India Today.
When it's time for election, all is fair and no stones can be left unturned. Both Congress and BJP are working hard to reach out to the minority Catholic community of the state. Whether it is with regards to the representation given to the community or the promises being made, the fight between the two national parties is nothing but red-hot politics.
When it comes to giving the key positions, they will never do that. If that was the case, why till now none of the person from minority community has become the president of BJP in Goa or the chief minister of Goa?
I absolutely disagree. BJP, first of all, does not believe in the caste or religion-based positions in the party. I think performance and there is enough representation, but performance is the main criteria.
Congress gave 11 tickets to minority Catholics in 2012 while in an alliance. In 2017, there were 17 Catholic candidates fighting on Congress ticket. The number remains unchanged in 2022 as well. BJP, on the other hand, continues to increase number of seats offered to Catholic communities, but it still falls short of the Congress number by 4. This time round, BJP faces many challenges. Its primary strategist cum troubleshooter in Goa, Manohar Parrikar, is no more, and it has to beat the anti-incumbency factor. They have to convince the Catholic voters not to feel threatened by their right-wing Hindutva politics. BJP has fielded winnable Catholic candidates, but risk remains whether move ensures shift of voters as well. The Catholic candidates who have marched from the BJP to Congress swear only Congress has the best intentions of constituents in mind.
After consulting all our booth karyakartas, all our workers of BJP, now BJP workers told us to leave the party.
The fight is only between BJP and Congress, and the more you all give votes to the other parties, you all are giving chance to for BJP to win. And I'm sure this time Congress in Sholi constituency as well as full of Goa will win with a thumping majority.
The fact that this couple was with the Lotus not very long ago before switching over to the Grand Old Party.
Thank you.
Antonio Fernandez is among the long list of MLAs who have changed parties since 2017. Fernandez won on a Congress ticket but is now contesting on a BJP ticket.
I have proven myself. I have proved that 96 crores development is brought in my custody within a 1 year span of time. They are happy with me. I feel they will definitely vote for me only for one reason. I have not seen anything. I have seen no caste, no creed. Only thing I have seen that the blood is red in every human being.
Will the BJP, in the absence of its key strategist, late Manohar Parrikar, manage to get the Catholic votes like it did in 2012 and 2017? For now, the BJP says that it has got all the winnable candidates. But the Congress party says that this time round, BJP will not be able to beat the high anti-incumbency in the electorate. The picture will only be clear then on 10th of March.
One thing is to represent the community in among the MLAs, constituency representatives. But there is also another side to it, and that is the working for the rights and the welfare of the minority community. Our state still does not have a minority commission, which is a demand of the minority community.
The Lotus is known for its right-wing Hindutva politics. But in Goa, the Bharatiya Janata Party is not shying away from reaching out to the minority Catholic community as well. But will the minority Catholic community side with the Bharatiya Janata Party in 2022 as well? That remains the big question. Each community matters when it comes to election. And one community which has been overlooked over the years, this time around finally gets recognition. Watch this report on how the transgenders in Goa for the very first time will be casting their votes as a recognized category.
40-year-old Zareen is a transgender in Madgaon area of Goa. She has never cast her vote, but 2022 is going to be different for her. She was to get a voter identity card in 2000. That year, 18-year-old Zareen left her home in search of her identity. It took her 22 years to get a voter identity card that recognizes her as a transgender.
अनेक किस्म के लोग मिलते हैं हमें जो दुखवार माने कि एकदम हड़का देते हैं कि ये क्या चीज है, ये क्या है, तुम्हारे पास कुछ जॉब नहीं है, तुम जॉब नहीं कर सकते हो। तो हम उसे क्या बोलें, तो कहते हैं कि सरकार के पास जाओ। तो हम कहते हैं सरकार, अब जब हमें सरकार सामने से अफसोस करेंगी जब तो हम जाएंगे, ऐसे कैसे जाएंगे।
8 others like Zareen have got their voter identity card in 2022. For the first time, they would be part of the electoral process.
20 सालों में फर्स्ट टाइम जो गोवा में हमारी एक इलेक्शन आईडी बनी है, हम बहुत खुश हैं इसके लिए कि हमारा भी कुछ अपना पहचान पत्र है। गर्व है जो मैं 14 फरवरी को पहला अपना वोट देने जाऊंगी।
45-year-old Hina is excited. She will cast her vote for the first time on 14th of February. She feels if the identity crisis hadn't been there in society, she and many others would have established themselves in society.
मेरी जो आगे वाली पीढ़ी है, जो मैंने सेक्रीफाइस की है, जो मैंने प्रॉब्लम्स उठाई है, मेरे आने वाली पीढ़ी के लिए ऐसा ना हो, इसीलिए मैं और खुश हूँ कि मेरे जरिए अभी आगे सबके काम हो जाएंगे।
Hina hopes for a better future for herself and the community.
जाने दे, जो हुआ सो अच्छा ही हुआ। मुझे तो यही खुशी है कि देर आए दुरुस्त है, जिंदगी है, आगे बढ़ने के लिए आगे बढ़ना चाहिए।
I think it is indeed a privilege for us also that we have been truly able to make the elections inclusive in the true sense.
This election in Goa, at least 9 transgenders will be casting their votes, with 7 being in South Goa. The state government has identified at least 100 cases in the state, but the problem is most of these people are still scared to come out in the open.
I think it is for the first time that the transgenders, they're going to cast their vote. And more than the vote, what is important is that they are being identified. They have got their identity as transgenders.
Issuing of the voter ID card is a welcome move, but the government will now have to draw a roadmap, chalk out a forward-looking policy, design welfare schemes if it has to ensure honest integration and all-round development of these people.
We have been able to deliver to their expectations and provide the voter card to all the transgenders who applied for it. This process is ongoing all through the year. The enrollment happens as voters, and we are partnering with the NGO so that they can come up with more transgenders who can enroll themselves as voters.
On Valentine's Day, these people will start a new chapter in their lives and inspire others to step forward. Bureau Report, India Today.
It's time to wrap up this special report on Poll Pulse from Goa. But for news and updates, keep watching India Today.